Welcome back to Inside Marquette Basketball. Senior Matt Heldt's time at Marquette has provided him the opportunity to be a contributor on a major college team, but also the tools to prepare for life after basketball, and a chance to travel the world and make a difference. Patrick Reed sat down with Matt to reflect on his Marquette experience.
This past spring was especially unique for you. You got a chance to go to Costa Rica, you and Marcus Howard, as part of a contingent of Marquette student athletes. What did you do in Costa Rica?
We went to a disadvantaged community and we built a basketball court for them over the course of around like 8 or 10 days. So the nonprofit we were with was Courts for Kids, and they do this all over the world. And basically the idea of building a court with the community is not only is it like a place for like the kids to play, but it gives the community a gathering spot. And we're also building it with them. We're not building it for them. So the community was with us doing the work, just like we were doing the work. And so it gives them ownership of it too, and kind of like something they can be proud of in their community. And it ended up being such an amazing experience to go to Costa Rica and learn about the culture, learn about the people, and just kind of get a different perspective on the world than from what I've grown up with and what I've been living in thus far.
Seeing the imagery, seeing the photos and videos, one of the unique things I think was that you guys got a little bit closer to the earth, closer to your environment by slaughtering what you ate. What was that experience like?
So I got to prepare a chicken for dinner. One of the village moms helped me through the whole process. I mean, I don't speak Spanish, so it was more just like she would do it and then like pluck a feather, and then I would be like, oh, okay, so that's what I have to do now. But that's how they do, like, whatever. If they have pork, they do that to a pig. You know, any animal they have to prepare it and slaughter it themselves. So even that was really eye-opening, you know, because I kind of got to see, like, you know, in America, like, or in the USA, we you know, we go to the grocery store and buy chicken, where they buy a chicken and then prepare it, you know.
I want to ask you about your role on this team. It's one where you're expected to check into a game.
Entering the game for Marquette, number 12, Matt Heldt.
Be ready to go. Be ready to contribute in the paint offensively. Be ready to contribute at the rim defensively. How difficult is it to be able to step in, provide a spark off the bench? What is that like? What is the state of readiness like for you?
You pretty much just have to be ready all the time. You know, you're not sure when you're going to go in, so it's pretty much from the time the game starts, you gotta be like, all right, I'm ready to go in, I'm ready to go in. And, you know, 15, 20 minutes might pass, you may not be in yet, but you still gotta have that kind of readiness. And, you know, as soon as you get in, it's like, all right, it's my time to go. You might not be all the way warmed up because you've been sitting on the bench, you know, but none of that matters. You just have to go in and do your best to help your team win.
Over your years in this program, Coach Wojo has been vocal about the contributions that you've made.
You guys have heard me say it before, there's not a kid in our program who is a better teammate, a harder worker, or more selfless. And, you know, not all the times are guys like that rewarded. I think Matt is being rewarded, and you know what, so is our team.
And a lot of times there are things that fans don't see, they don't see it on the floor, but it happens in the practice gym, it happens behind the scenes. You're leaving a mark, Matt. Is that the way you've seen it as the years have gone on?
I think that I've just helped the culture of the team and establish like a standard that should be met by all players. You know, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like my impact, but I would say it's the impact that Coach wants, and that I'm just trying to be the type of player and the type of leader and the type of person he wants his players to be, and try to show the young guys and the guys coming in like what that's like, and basically how they can replicate it, and then how we can have a team of guys like that.
From an academic perspective here at Marquette, you're in a good spot. It's provided you a unique opportunity through the sociology program, the criminology program. What are you planning to do with that once you leave here?
My plan is to go to law school, so I'm going to take a gap year after I graduate to kind of take the LSAT, tour some law schools, get all that squared away, because trying to do that in the midst of basketball season what just wasn't going to happen for me. So, but yeah, and then I'm just going to law school and becoming a lawyer.
How has the basketball experience, whether it's the time management, whether it's the responsibilities that you're asked to take on, helped prepare you for what's next?
You know, like the teamwork aspect of it, knowing how to work well with others, listen to what other people think. You know, like listen to a person who is in a position of authority and then be able to also communicate with that person in a way that isn't threatening them and just trying to reach an understanding.
Well, Coach, Matt Heldt in the last road win against Xavier, it was 2 points, 3 rebounds for him as well. He had maybe the biggest play with the offensive rebound at the end of the game, but you were very emotional after the game and effusive in your praise for what Matt Heldt has done for your team, not just in that game against Xavier, but all season long.
Yeah, you're talking about a guy, and I'm not sure what the exact number is, but he's probably started 60 games in his career. And, you know, his role is not the same this year as it's been the last 2 years. And he's been a really good player for us. And one of the things that I asked my team in the locker room was, if you were Matt Heldt, could you have the same attitude that he's had for our team this year? And when I was his age, I don't know if I could. He is, in terms of selflessness and a pure heart and an all-in mentality for our program, as good as it gets. And you know, we don't win without him.
You guys have played a lot of tight
Is it
games.
dusty in here?
Where did that come from for you, Coach?
Well, I may get emotional again. You know, Matt's the epitome of a true team player, and he's been that way since the moment that he stepped on campus. And in today's day and age, for a young person to always put the team first, regardless of how that impacts them or makes them feel, is incredibly unique. And Matt's, you know, I've made a decision where Matt's had a different role this year. And there has not been 1 second where Matt hasn't embraced that. You know, I hope I get to coach a long time. That's going to be one of the most proud moments that I've ever had as a coach.